Welcome to all in our lecture series of PPCM. Today's topic is crashing of network. Crashing means you have to complete the project before the actual completion time of project. So in that we have seen cost model analysis. Actually in CPM time is related to cost and the object is to develop an optimum time cost relationship. Many times it becomes necessary to complete the project earlier than the normal time. In such situation, the cost of expediting the operation or activities has to be considered. The CPM make use of the cost estimate along with the time estimate and provide a schedule for completing the activities at the minimum total cost. And in network techniques is not only to bring improvement in planning, scheduling and controlling of the project, but also assess the possibility of arriving at a feasible and desirable time cost relationship. Okay, so here we have seen some sentence. In CPM, time is related to cost and the project is to develop an optimum time cost relationship. This sentence I already told you. Okay, and our network techniques is not for the planning, scheduling and controlling. It is also for feasible and desirable time cost relationship. See second sentence, the overall project duration can be reduced by reducing the duration of only the critical activities in the project network. The duration of such activities may be reduced in two ways, means we have to reduce the activity duration of activities in two ways. First is deploying more resources for early completion of such activities or relaxing the technical specification for such activities. So in whole CPM project we have taken deploying more resources on critical activities. In CPM there are two time and cost estimate for each activities. First is the normal estimate and second is the crash estimate. In normal estimate it is depends on time and cost both, but in crash estimate it is totally depend on the time. Okay, now see project cost. So these are the graph which we have given for project cost. In left hand side we have total cost, here we have duration, here we have optimum duration, means we have find some values. So the laser value is the optimum duration which we call the minimum cost, and this is our time cost curve. If your completion time is increases due to any reason, then your cost of the project is rise, and if you complete that project before the actual completion time, then cost again we have rise because we have used some resources, more resources, and for more resources we have pay more, that's why our cost is rise. So total project cost is the sum of the two separate cost, the direct cost for accomplishing the work and the indirect cost related to the control or direction of that work, financial overhead, lost production and the like. So total cost is totally depend on the two values, direct cost and indirect cost, and indirect cost depend on the outage, loss and overheads. So these are the component of project cost. Now indirect project cost. Indirect cost on a project are those expenditure which cannot be apportioned or clearly allocated to the individual activities of a project, but are assessed as a whole. The indirect costs include the expenditure related to administration and establishment, changes, charges, overhead charges, supervision, expenditure on a central store organization, loss of revenue, lost profit, penalty, etc. So these are the indirect project costs which we never seen. We have seen only direct cost. For our civil work we have done construction work. So we have seen the material cost or labor cost or these things. So indirect cost we have seen this cost. Indirect cost rises with increased duration considering only overhead and supervision. It would be represented by a straight line with a slope equally to daily overhead. But when there is a loss in profit due to inability or to meet demand or due to some penalty due to delay, a corresponding cost increase must be added to the cost of overhead producing the curve. Such a loss is called the outage loss. You know that in indirect cost we have two loss, outage loss and overhead loss. So these are the definition of outage loss, and these are graph which we have given for indirect cost, straight line, and a graph for a outage loss and overhead. Now direct project cost. This includes labor cost, material cost, equipment cost, etc. The direct cost curve having many segments thus falls with increase in duration. However, the total indirect cost curve rises with increase in duration. You have to remember this sentence. In direct cost curve having many segments thus falls with increase in duration, means direct cost is falls with increase in duration, but indirect cost is rise with increase in the duration. The project has the highest cost corresponding to the crash duration and has a normal cost corresponding to the normal duration. So in direct cost we have 4 time: normal time, crash time, and normal cost and crash cost. So let's see. Normal time is the standard time that an estimator would usually allow for an activity. This is a normal time or standard time that an estimator would usually allow for an activity. Crash time, it is denoted by T suffix C. Crash time is the minimum possible time in which an activity can be completed by employing extra resources. Crash, that time beyond which the activity cannot be shortened by any amount of increase in resources. Normal cost, denoted by C suffix N. This is the direct cost required to complete the activity in normal time duration. And crash cost, this is the direct cost corresponding to the completion of activity within crash time. Normal cost for normal time and crash cost for the crash times. And these are some graphs which we have given. Generalized direct cost time curve. Here we have crash duration, normal duration. Here we show duration and here we show direct cost. So if we doing this curve in a straight line or in a segment approximation, so it's look like in this manner. Okay. Now direct cost curve approximation. The straight line or segmented approximation of the direct cost curve is helpful in carrying out the project cost analysis. Means these two graphs is used for analyze the project cost. In such analysis, cost slope is used. In this analysis we use the cost slope. So let's see cost slope. The cost slope is the slope of the direct cost curve approximated as a straight line, and it is defined as cost slope is equal to crash cost minus normal cost divided by normal time minus crash time, or it is right cost slope is equal to C suffix C minus C suffix N divided by T suffix N minus T suffix C. Means this is the symbolic representation of crash cost, normal time and crash time. It is equal to delta C upon delta T. So delta C is the increase in cost and delta T is the decrease in time. If the cost curve is approximated to a single straight line, it will have one cost slope. If however the cost curve has segmented approximation, it will have more than one cost slope. Means if you have a straight line, that means you have one cost slope. If you have segmented approximation, means you have more than one cost slope. The segmented approximation of cost curve having multiple cost slope is more accurate, but calculations are more involved. Generally single cost slope is assumed. Means segmented approximation gives the accurate result, but calculations are more, that's why we generally assume the single cost slope. Now total project cost and optimum duration. The total project cost is the sum of direct cost and indirect cost. We find that the minimum total cost is obtained at some duration known as optimum duration. The corresponding cost is known as the minimum cost. Means the corresponding cost for a optimum duration is the minimum cost. If the project duration is increased, total cost will increase, while if project duration is decreased, the crash value project cost will be the highest. These are two graphs which we show the total cost curve. So in this manner we have to draw the graph. Means if you have given any problem, then you solve the problem and draw the graph like this. In this you have to show the total curve, direct cost curve and indirect cost curve. Now steps in crashing. This is the last topics in our this topic. Estimate project duration and find the critical path. Means if you want to complete the project before the actual completion time of project, then you have to follow these steps which we called as a steps in crashing. So first step is the estimate project duration and find the critical path. Second is find cost slope of all activities. Means first you have to find the critical path, second you have to find the cost slope for all activities. The critical activity having minimum cost slope is crashed in first stage. The next stage crashing will involve activity having second lower cost in critical path. Means the activity which will have minimum cost slope you have to done first, after that second, third and repeat the work. Total cost of project at this stage is calculated. Step third and fourth are repeated till all activities of project are crashed along the critical path. Means you have to crash all activities along the critical path. For that you have to repeat the third step and fourth step up to your critical path is crashed. Means corresponding time is crash time of project. And last is the, it is to be noted that only critical activities should be crashed. Okay, so these are the steps involved in the crashing. In this manner you have to crash the network and complete the project before the actual completion time. So in this chapter we have seen direct cost, indirect cost, project duration and the steps in crashing. So this lecture is over guys. We meet with another topic in our next lecture. Thank you.